Hello guys, it's Sunday, so here is your weekly dose of urban news. So hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and as always, a massive thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters and everyone else who keeps this going. And welcome aboard Emil the Weird and Attacker Grizzly. The first 5 metro trains of the new generation have entered service in Lille, France. They were originally planned to start carrying passengers during Euro 2016, which means they are almost 10 years behind the schedule. And all the 27 trains purchased in 2012 under a 266 million euros contract are expected to be fully operational by September 2026. The delay was mainly caused by problems with the development of the Urbalis Fluence ATO software, integration with the existing infrastructure, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Since 2019, Alstom has paid more than 50 million euros in penalties to the Lille Metro. And in 2023, the transport operator requested further compensation for its losses, but the court dismissed the claim, ruling that the penalties already provided adequate compensation. Despite this unfortunate record, in January, the city signed a new 210 million euros contract with Alstom for 15 more units. These trains are scheduled to enter service in 2028 to replace the aging VAL206 and VAL208 fleet, but that's not certain, I guess. In Munich, Germany, they launched a new tramline number 14, which uses a newly built 1.5 kilometer section along Fürstenrieder Straße and is the first section of a new orbital connection in the west of the Bavarian capital. The total length of the planned line is 8.25 kilometers, and in the future it will connect Romannplatz in the northwest with Eisenbahnstraße in the southwest. The newly built section includes 3 stops, which are designed to be inclusive and can accommodate trams of up to 56 meters long. In the north, part of the new route will pass through a tunnel at Lime S-Bahn station. In addition to trams, this tunnel will also be open to pedestrians and cyclists and is being built by Deutsche Bahn as part of the second high-speed rail line project. It is scheduled to go into operation in 2028. London Mayor Sadiq Khan has officially approved the conversion of Oxford Street into a pedestrian zone. This decision was made based on the results of a second consultation on local traffic reorganization, in which 2,700 people took part, most of whom supported the plans. By September, vehicles will no longer be allowed on this street, and further work will focus on making it more pedestrian-friendly. The London City Council expects that pedestrianisation will make Oxford Street safer and more enjoyable for visitors, as well as transform it into a world leader in shopping, leisure, and outdoor events. Buses currently serving Oxford Street will be rerouted along Wigmore Street and Henrietta Street, where new bus stops and shelters for passengers will also be installed. Meanwhile, a tragic tram accident happened in Milan, killing 2 people and injuring at least 54. One of the men who died was a pedestrian and the other one was a tram passenger. The accident occurred on Vittorio Veneto Avenue with a new Stadler Tramlink wagon, which, while passing through an intersection, derailed at speed and crashed into a building. It is also reported that the tram missed a stop before the intersection. The police have already launched an investigation, and there is information that the driver may have felt unwell while driving. At this intersection, there is a track junction where trams can either go straight or turn left. The tram involved in the accident was supposed to go straight, but instead turned and accelerated rapidly. The accident happened at a time when the city is crowded with foreign guests, celebrities, and journalists who have arrived for Milan Fashion Week. And in addition, the city has just completed the Winter Olympics and is preparing to host the Paralympics. Kengo Kuma and Associates has won the competition to design a new public library in Rzeszów, Poland, with a proposal entitled the spiral of words. Located in a green park, the wooden structure takes the form of an ascending spiral that organizes the entire space around the central atrium with overhead lighting. From the air, its faceted roofs look like a series of shifting terraces layered with vegetation and solar panels. While at the ground level, the building sits among the trees, creating a modest appearance which invites visitors inside through a sheltered public front yard. Inside, the building has warm wooden tones and perforated ceiling panels to soften the acoustics, and also, as for me, the interior looks like you are inside a giant camera lens. The new library will contain reading rooms, children's rooms, a performance hall, and much more. Meanwhile, in the Ukrainian city of Sloviansk, they have begun dismantling the trolleybus contact network. The reason is that the city is increasingly becoming a target of attacks by Russian FPV drones, and anti-drone nets need to be stretched over the streets to protect against them. So from now on, only buses will remain as public transport in the city. The trolleybuses and related equipment will be evacuated to safer regions until the security situation in the city improves. In total, the city's fleet consists of 10 trolleybuses operating on 3 lines. The first 170-kilometer section of Australia's pioneering high-speed rail project connecting Sydney and Newcastle has secured $230 million Australian dollars in funding and has entered the project development phase. The 2-year $659 million Australian dollars development period is intended to ensure that the project, currently estimated to cost $55 billion Australian dollars, is construction ready by 2028. Once completed, the high-speed line is expected to reduce travel time between Sydney and Newcastle to 1 hour, and from the Central Coast to Sydney or Newcastle to 30 minutes. In Mexico City, they began testing of a fully electric 3-section BYD bus on the Metro bus network, the operation of which will reduce CO2 emissions by about 15.5 tons per month. It is 27 meters long and can carry up to 250 passengers, traveling up to 320 kilometers per hour. What? 320 kilometers on a single charge at a maximum speed of 60 kilometers per hour. The bus is equipped with a 660 kilowatt-hours battery, which takes between 2.5 to 3 hours to charge. These buses are also equipped with a range of safety systems, such as video surveillance in the passenger compartment, a blind spot monitoring system to detect pedestrians and cyclists, and a system that monitors the driver's condition. Overall, Metrobus has set itself the goal of converting its entire fleet to zero-emission transport by 2030. The nearest plan is to replace this year at least 40 of the 130 buses that the company operates on Line 1. And that's all the news for this time. The links to the news sources, as usual, are in the video description, so thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.